Yo, what is going on, you guys? Bastion yugioh here, and I'm back again with another Monday market watch for you guys. So we have a lot of prices going absolutely everywhere all over the market. We're not going to be able to hit on every single card today, but there's a lot of fluctuation. We have a lot of brand new releases, Magic Spectre, we got some Infernoid support, we got the Banlist that just dropped, and that's actually going haywire. So we're going to be primarily covering the cards that are spiking due to the Banlist. So first things first, guys, we have Salamangreat of Fire. Salamangreat is easily one of the most fan favorite decks of all time. I want to say there's a huge following for this deck, and the fact that we get Gazelle to 3, so the deck is completely full power at this point, means that Salamangreat of Fire, which is the brand new support card coming out of the legendary Duelist Soul Burning Volcano, which is an amazing starter for the deck, has skyrocketed in price. Originally starting around $8 a few month ago. It's basically a month ago, guys. It has skyrocketed now to around $30 to $40 per copy. Now, if you look here, you could probably get one for like 28, 25 bucks, but it does rise up relatively quickly. And we can immediately see a huge price jump the second the Salamangreat Gazelle went to 3. I didn't see it coming, but here we are. Definitely a well-deserved time spent all in the ban list. It did its time. We can come back, we can accept it, we can love it again, we're good to go with that. But Salamangreat of Fire definitely has skyrocketed in price, guys. If you guys did not pick up your copy of Salamangreat of Fire already, I did just upload a budget deck profile for Salamangreat that does not use Salamangreat of Fire just yesterday, guys. So if you guys want to go ahead and make sure you click on the channel, make sure you like, subscribe on this one, and then you can go ahead and watch the other video as well. But we do have to play 2 copies of our Salamangreat Raging Phoenix, which is around a $10 to $12 card depending on who you ask, but you are going to need to. Look at that price spike, is absolutely crazy, guys. Definitely one of the most mandatory cards that is going to be necessary for you to play at a competitive level. Salamangreat of Fire, well, it is an amazing card in and of itself. It is not mandatory for you to be able to play Salamangreat, but this guy definitely is. You need to play him at 2 because this searches you any Salamangreat card from your deck to your hand, as long as you're using itself as a material, which you of course have access to by using the field spell as well. So a mandatory card is only going to go up from here. Realistically, we will see what happens with the new results once the new balance takes into effect here in about a week or so. But with that being said, guys, I can definitely see Salamangreat being a top tier 2, maybe even higher. Like I said on my tier list prediction of where the decks are going to stand, I want this deck to really prove it in the current format. I think other decks that are coming back, for example, Drytron, which we will touch on just a little bit, was tier 0 essentially very recently, or at least it feels so recently, a lot more than Salamangreat. So we'll see how Salamangreat can do with the current format. So let's go ahead and go right into Drytron, guys. Drytron Nova, we are seeing price spike over here. It's going for around like $9, $10 a copy. It's creeping up to around the $15, $16 range per copy for Drytron Nova, the most necessary card in Drytron that does not have a reprint for whatever reason. Each and every single other card in Drytron, if I'm not mistaken, has a reprint. Very accessible, very inexpensive. This is the only card you are going to have to spread some cheddar on. Not $30 per copy like it once was, but it's still around 14, 15 bucks. Actually, Drytron seems like an extremely budget deck option for you guys. I did just upload a deck profile for Drytron, I believe on Saturday, if I'm not mistaken, post the ban list. If you guys want to go ahead and check that out, make sure you guys do. We got Herald of Orange Light to 3, and you don't have to deal with Rise Heart or Bystials anymore, so we should get always some Bystials, but Paimon at 1, it makes it much less of a threat. So Drytron is definitely going up in viability. Next up, we got Kashtira. So Kashtira Fenrir did not get limited or banned like we thought it might. This is causing an immediate price spike, of course, in all versions of the card. This is going to be the most affordable card, which is one of the nicest ones, honestly, because we have the ultra rare original printing from Darkling Blast, I believe it was Darkling Blast, and then we also have the Kashtira Fenrir that came out in the recent Megatins, which are around 13, 14 bucks a copy, which does look very nice as a prismatic secret rare. So I'm probably going to go ahead and pick up these copies. It also is really good in Branded Chimera, so you know, it is what it is. I'm probably going to go ahead and pick up some copies, but it is really good card. Easily still one of the strongest cards, single cards in the entire game. Searching, can search itself, it can search you into the full Kashtira combo. In alone, it's a standalone card. It is extremely powerful, always posing a threat to banish cards your opponent controls face down. So a really good card right off the bat. And another top tier card that is coming back into the format, we have Tier Lament with Primeval Planet Perla Rhino. one printing only out of Power of the Elements. It is skyrocketing, guys. We are on page 2, and it'll be able to first verified seller, selling off around 40, quickly rising up to $50 per copy for this card. And not get me wrong, it used to be, I believe, like $100 or $80 to $100 card back when tier element was tier 0. So we will see what happens now, guys. But essentially, we don't have to deal with the riser anymore. Bystials are much less of a threat. What does that mean to us? We have Unchained, that is going to be the best deck, and we have Tier Limit coming back. So what does that mean is that Abyss Dweller is also going to be coming back. Abyss Dweller, we don't have to put on the market watch, because Abyss Dweller, you can get a lot of really affordable versions of the cards, super rares, gold rares, whatever it might be. Not the nicest rarities, but it's still going to be a very affordable card to go ahead and pick up. At least one, maybe two. We'll have to wait and see, guys, but that is definitely going to be a huge pickup for you guys. If you guys already have the Parallel Rhino, you just want super plus on that. If you guys like Tier Limit, here you go. You have a chance to go ahead and make this a tier 0 deck, or tier 1. It's not tier 0 anymore because everything is limited. We got Unchained, easily one of the best decks, if not the best deck of the format. Absolutely ridiculous deck. So we can see the price spikes, of course, see the viability, and then the second that the ban list drops, guys, we see it skyrocket again, an additional $5 per copy. Now the lowest version right now is going for around $20 to $25 with very few listings on the market, guys. So this could easily skyrocket up in price within the next few days. So definitely a card to keep an eye out if you guys are looking to offload these. I wouldn't do it just yet. I definitely believe that this card has a little bit more room to grow. So it is something. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just saying what I would do. I don't have this card, but if I had it, I would leave it in my trade binder for a little bit. Maybe in a week or two, I'll go ahead and offload it once we are solidified Unchained as the best deck. But that's my personal opinion. Now, with that being said, of course, we already talked about Abyss Dweller going up and up and up. Not too much. You can get one for a few cents, but up and up in viability for sure. We have other cards that are going to be counters. So we have Gravekeeper's Inscription. I kind of got tongue twisted there a little bit, but Gravekeeper's Inscription is a really good card to try and counter Unchained, turning off all effects that will activate in the graveyard, which they would do after they are destroyed. Gravekeeper's Inscription turns everything off. The only issue with this card is that it has to be activated at the start of your main phase 1, which means if you're going first, you can activate it immediately. You're going second, this card is kind of garbage because you already let your opponent go clean off, so it's viable only if you're going first against Unchained, which is more of a side deck card. But realistically, with Tier Limit being in the format, I could really see this being played as a one-of in your deck with 3 copies of Thrust, just to go ahead and search it out. So it does have potential main deck viability if you look at it in that way. But Gravekeeper's Inscription, definitely a card to keep track of. A card that skyrocketed in price last week, but I did not get a chance to check out because it was like a Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever it might be, was Magic Spectre Raccoon Bambuku, which shot up from being a $2 to $3 card to now being a $15 to $16 card easily. Now, of course, you can get like a not so nice version for like 10 bucks, but like 14, 15, 16 bucks a copy for Bambuku. Again, only has 2 printings right now. It does. We could potentially see this card get reprinted at a later time as we get closer to the release of the new support. But the new support is actually super crazy. So if you guys want to see a Magic Spectre deck profile, I'm going to be working on one throughout this week. I am going to be gone for a few days, so I'll try to record as many videos as I can during this weekend so that you guys can have it throughout the week. So I'm working on Magic Spectre, I'm working on a Turn Skip Drytron, and I'm working on potential Sky Striker post the ban list. If there's any other decks that you guys want to see, let me know in the comment section down below so I can get it for you. If not late this week, then potentially next week as well for you guys. Cards have been affected. No. Decks that have been affected by the ban list, of course, taking full priority, and make sure that you guys get the best sauce, the newest sauce, as soon as possible. Without further ado, guys, that's going to be it for today's Market Watch. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Did I miss a card? Let me know in the comments. Without further ado, make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.